Yo, stuff like this ruins a video game. Like, nobody asked for this. Who asked for it? You telling me that people are upset, raging, going mad about Miles Morales? Yo, y'all not gonna believe this. Yo, man, play my intro. Let me tell you guys what's happening. All right, man. Welcome to stupidity. This might not get your attention, but this will right here, right? So I think that people just like creating headlines. So I had seen this and I was like, that's annoying, that's dumb, or whatever, right? And I kind of left it alone. Then I seen it all on Twitter where people were talking about it. And then I just started looking at it and I was just like, are you serious? Are you serious? Then I seen other people were bringing it up in videos and I was just like, okay, let me talk about this, right? So if you guys don't know, they want Miles Morales, young Miles, this underage young man, all right, to talk about, he needs to address the game's cop problem. The game's cop problem. The cops in Spider-Man needs to be addressed. The cops. I had to do a dramatic pause right there for y'all because that's where I'm at, right? So if you guys don't know, Miles Morales' dad is a fallen NYPD officer. I feel like people just create issues just to see the world burn. I feel like people just like to create problems, bro. Like, I feel like none of this is necessary other than to give the game bad rep and certain things. Okay, let me tell you guys something. I'm gonna tell you this. People's perception are very vague. People will see one thing and be like, haha, that's what it is, and don't do no more research. And that's just where it falls flat. You know what I'm saying? So here's the other thing about this, right? People are also extremely upset at the fact that this is not going to be a full game because Sony had came out and said it's basically going to be a DLC to the PS4 Spider-Man to where you get to play with Miles. People hot, people upset, people don't like that. So then Insomniac themselves had to come out and been like, nah, to clarify, this is going to be a standalone game. Because you guys know Miles, Into the Spider-Verse, one of the greatest Spider-Man movies of all time. Please debate about it in the comments section. What do you guys think? I'm telling you, that's one of the greatest Spider-Man movies. It's lit. If you haven't watched it, definitely check it out, right? So here's the thing. They said it's more so of a spin-off of the full game, okay? And if you guys don't remember or you guys don't really get that vibe of what this could be, remember that Infamous kind of did the same thing. Infamous Festival of Blood, to where they kind of did that thing with the old vampire take and do everything like that. Kind of like it's full game, but not a full game, but you get to play it not as long as a full game. So people are upset to say that it's not going to be as long as the Spider-Man PS4 game. And I'm looking at that, bro, like, bro, leave him alone, bro. My man just came out. He just came out. Leave him alone. Bro, they causing all of this. My man's ain't even been out yet. Like, his trailer just dropped. The crazy thing about this is we should be appreciating what's going on. My man's has a fire freaking lineup. Like, look at his lineup. Miles's lineup is one of the dopest lineups I've seen. He got one of the best edge ups. We should be appreciating that, other than creating these issues that really don't make no sense. I hate when they try to bring real life stuff into the game. Stuff like that kind of loses me at times. Like, I get where you're coming from, but I also know that you're going too far. Look at that edge up. I feel like they just going too far. All right, so here's the thing. I want to know what you guys think. You guys think that they going too far with this whole Miles situation? Because to me, bringing the whole thing that's going on in the world with the police and all of this, and saying that a character in freaking Spider-Man, well, Miles himself needs to address cops in NYPD. I just look at that and I think to myself, like, I don't think people fully think things through. So I talked about it for a little bit, and somebody said to me, well, Rio, if we don't address it there will never be change. I said, what? What did the cops do other than try to arrest Spider-Man in Spider-Man? Like, I guess, look, you guys got to understand where I'm coming from. Bro, the way I'm looking at this is in a wild way. I'm looking at it like, bro, y'all can't be serious right now. I feel like the narrative is being pushed too far, and when you keep spreading the narrative and pulling it too thin, you kind of lose people, because you losing me, bro. You losing me. But you got to understand, the people that write these just use it to get reactions out of people, and they did a good job because they pulled a reaction out of me, because they got enough people talking about it. The people that write these headlines are just some scummy people, man. The way how you look at these things, you got to think to yourself like, bro, are you serious? Like, ooh, if I didn't fracture my pinky and sprain my wrist right now, I'd be charging up a mega slap. Oh, a mega slap sounds good right now. But I agree. I feel like I agree with Insomniac. You know what I'm saying? Overall, I feel like this would have been just a lit title on its own, because I feel like Miles can carry himself, especially if you're coming off of the PS4 Spider-Man. He can definitely carry himself in its own way with his own game, because overall it's Spider-Man, and plus it's just Miles to add to it. His movie was sensational. It's like looked at as one of the greatest Spider-Man movies of all time. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think there's a problem with Miles being in a standalone game and doing his own thing, just like the PS4 Spider-Man. But whatever decision they tend to go with and they try to do is just what they try to do. They're trying to make it to where, like, yo, we're going to go here. We're going to make it a standalone game, just not a full one. It's going to be a spin-off more so. I'm cool with it. How do you guys feel about that? You know what I'm saying? I'm glad Miles is in a game. I never even expected it. I'm not even going to lie to you. You know what I expected? I expected Miles to have one of those like movie games. You guys know what the movie games are? You guys know how they just make a video game just because the movie came out and it's not as good, and it's just like a copy and paste. The controls be terrible, and you just look at it like, all right, my bad, this is kind of cheeks, I don't want to play it anymore. You know what I'm saying? But if this is going to be anything like Infamous, Festival of Blood with Cole, with the whole vampire take, and I think that game was like 15 or 20 bucks on PSN. But I'm pretty sure Miles is going to be a lot longer than that. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a lot longer. And plus, it's to create a catalog for the character. You know what I'm saying? Like most of these people, like Insomniac, how smart they are and how well they do video games, they do a really good job with just carrying it over, period. They build up a catalog. They make you fall in love with the character. Insomniac is freaking amazing with how they do stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I'm always happy to see it. So I think this kind of sucks, bro. I think it kind of sucks for you to like pull the character into these scenarios when I feel like it's on call for, especially in the video game. I just want to hear from you guys though. Like, do you think it's dumb? You think it's not dumb? You think it's kind of dumb? A little bit of dumb. But I think it's big stupid. Like, it's so out of pocket, I lost my pockets. You feel me? So I kind of just want to see the next Into the Spider-Verse movie, because I know it's going to be amazing, because the first one just completely blew me away and I thought it was so lit. Spider-Man's been doing good. I love Spider-Man as a character. That's kind of where I'm at. I love Spider-Man as a character. I think Spider-Man is just a dope character. I think the bad publicity though for this game is definitely going to keep coming all the way through. People are going to try to find ways to just make this seem like it's worse than it is, or they need to address these situations before people start buying the game. Are you boycotting Spider-Man? Who the heck boycotts Spider-Man? Why would you boycott Spider-Man over NPC? Over the NPC that we didn't all beat up like 1,000 times. Like, who's boycotting Spider-Man? You know what I'm saying? There was another article talking about how we shouldn't be playing Spider-Man because, you know what I'm saying, they're not addressing the issues at hand. I'm like, what issues? Bro, just let me play my game. See, this is what happens. Let me tell you what happened. This is what happens when you have news media and news outlets try to invade video games with the issues that's going on, just to try to make the point bigger, just because it's a headline that Spider-Man's coming out. You see what I'm saying? And the way that I look at that as in like a very scummy way, man. I look at that in a very scummy way, because Spider-Man's a fire game. I need to beat it though. I need to beat it. And I'm hyped to play Miles. You know what I'm saying? So let me know what you guys think all the way through. All love to you guys. And we're going to keep this whole thing flowing. Good vibes and positivity. We're going to see where it's at, because I think the whole scenario that they try to make is just to pull people in, the angry people. You know, those people that only read headlines, and those people that just are ready to get mad. That's where it's at. So make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up, share the video, comment. I want to hear from you guys. You know, it's all love at the end of the day. The thing is with this one, the last thing that I want to say is, don't be fooled by the things and the perception and just the vibe that people try to give off to you guys, because legitimately 90% of the time is that they just want to make you angry without having you really look into anything. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it comes down to. Don't get stumped out like Spider-Man right here by these false titles of these people just trying to paint a bad picture. All right? So remember, I love you guys. Take care and have a dope day. God dang, Peter. Get up. Get up. Peter. Bye, man. That's bye, man.